Hi everyone, it's Ran here. Welcome to my room, guys. I hope you're well today. Today we're going to be talking about the sense of purpose. Yesterday was the sense of self, and today will be the sense of purpose for an INFJ. What is the sense of purpose? And I'm just going to offer you some observations. Sorry about that. I'm just really curious to hear what your thoughts on this are, guys. Before I move on, don't forget that you can get my book on the INFJ, the Ecstatic Soul. Get it for less than $10. It's available on Amazon, and it's what happened? Humphrey almost died. He almost died. He's telling me, yeah, Ryan, you're advertising this book too much. Yeah, The Ecstatic Soul, Deepest Investigation of the INFJ on the Market. Less than $10, links to Amazon below. Check the reviews and make up your own mind. And you also have The Infinite Castle, which is my novel. Rumor has it the main character is an INFJ. It's not me who says it, it's my readers. You can also check the reviews, less than $10. If you're more into fiction, Kafka, Dostoevsky, Camus, existentialism, postmodernism, modernism, all that. Murakami perhaps a little bit as well, magical realism. Get a copy, you support my channel, and you can also support my channel through supporting me on Patreon. The link is below, and it's massively helpful, anywhere from $3 a month. And you get access to, exclusive content, potentially a typology service at some point. So, as I mentioned in the previous video, still working this out. Like I said, I only wanted to share some brief observations on this sense of purpose. It's something that I've been asking myself quite a bit lately because, I've been pretty rootless for the last almost a month now, and I have to say, the sense of being rootless is not always easy. Now, the reason why I've been feeling rootless, not ruthless, by the way, I'm not a ruthless person, but rootless, is that, I changed countries for so many years. For the majority of my existence, I've been living in Ireland, not in my home country of France. And I moved back. And I will be taking a job in Paris, starting a new job on Monday, right, this Monday. As of today, when I'm speaking to you right now, it's actually Tuesday. Yeah, it is Tuesday. I'll be traveling up to Paris on Thursday and stay with a friend for a while before I hopefully move into a new place. And my wife will only be able to join me. She has stuff to settle and wrap up in her country of origin. So that's another difficulty. She only will be able to join me hopefully in December. So change of countries, change of jobs, change of location, place, and being married but not being able to be with my wife straight away. So for an INFJs are creatures that like regularity. The less you are high in PE, extrovert perception, SE or NE, the more you're likely to like a certain form of regularity, right? And at the moment, I don't have a lot of that. So on the one hand, there's a way of feeling like every moment is quite intense, but it's also hard. It's also hard, and I am finding that I've been reading some like self-help books that my mom got for me a couple of years ago, and initially I was like, I get around to it, it's like, oh, self-help. Then I figured, my mom got that for me. Why don't I just have a look, and I was kind of reading through it. It's a book called The Power of Intention by this guy, Dwayne Dyer. And, you read about the connection, being connected to the infinite source, intention. There's a lot of like Buddhist elements to his thought. It's not an altogether unhelpful book, to be honest. It's relatively accessible, and I'm sure it's helped many people. But like what's helped me the most so far is to read passages about having a sense of purpose. And, the author just really goes on about how you can really surmount a lot of obstacles, a lot of stressors, lots of anxiety triggers, a lot of limitations, basically, a lot of difficulties in life if you have a very strong sense of purpose. So in a way, the sense of purpose is kind of the gold, because it can inspire you and energize you to do lots of great things. And I from my own past experience, I can say that has been very much the case for me. So I've been trying to think in terms of like what could be a renewed sense of purpose, in terms of what I do, in terms of my YouTube channel, in terms of the new job that I will be doing in the humanitarian sector, and is you know, like the author says in that book, is sense of purpose as much about what you do or how you feel? You know, do you feeling on purpose versus having a specific purpose that you identify, like, oh yeah, that's my purpose? It's a legitimate question, and I think that in the case of INFJ, inevitably the function of introverted intuition is going to be heavily involved in, you know, kind of providing a laser to identify the region of a particular purpose for someone. But it really cannot do this alone. The refinement via TI is an obvious element here, but the key aspect is probably going to be FE, to be honest. You know, because FE is a function of, you know, value judgment. And ultimately, whether someone decides that they have a purpose or, you know, they are on purpose, as it were, that's something that they decide by virtue of making a judgment about it, you know, and that the judgment is not going to be made by NI, and it's not going to be made by SE. So I think that, you know, not only is FE going to be involved, but what this also means is that I think the sense of purpose is almost inevitably going to be, if it's to be authentic to the INFJ's personality, is going to be involving other people around. Not necessarily a huge amount of other people, not necessarily people all the time, every day, constantly around you, but it's going to involve people in some way or other. You know, perhaps this channel is an example of that. You know, like most of you I only know virtually via the internet, but there is a community there. You know, and yeah, I think that if you look at even at the, you know, famous INFJs, of course they offer templates or blueprints, not necessarily to be imitated exactly, because by definition these are historical, you know, exceptional individuals, and we can do great things at our own more modest levels. But, you know, if you think of Buddha, if you think of Jesus Christ, if you think of the Prophet Muhammad, and many others, you'll always notice, you know, that obviously these people were armed with like very, very strong sense of purpose, which certainly made them feel like they could do anything, you know, and were very, very sure of themselves in a healthy sense. But all, you know, also involving people around them. They were not loners. You know, they were not loners. They probably were loners in the crowd at some level, you know, always in their minds a little bit, but there were still people around them. And so I think that whatever the, you know, purpose the INFJ successes in identifying as something they can really own as their own, you know, as something that is not just an aggregates that they latch onto artificially, but something that really organically emerges as a purpose, I think will involve people. And so I think that actually could be a good exercise for myself and for you guys as well, to kind of, I don't know if it's about writing it down or spending some time thinking of what makes me feel on purpose, what is my purpose, you know, either for the next few years or for a lifetime, and how can that feed into feeling enhanced, feeling energized, and feeling like perhaps we can accomplish our destiny in some way, since we have, as you know, we equip with prescience as an experiential, you know, phenomenal experience of the NI function in particular. So we do feel like we have a sense of destiny. How do we translate that into reality? How does that connect with a sense of purpose and with other people? I leave the question open for you guys, but I'm also curious to hear your testimonies as to whether you have found your purpose or not, or how you find your purpose, how you relate to this idea of purpose. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time, guys. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.